Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Melina Mala, and I'm your host, and this is The Becoming. We are episode 29 today. If you're listening here today, I hope you're having the most amazing day. I hope you had a beautiful week, and I hope you're not being too hard on yourself. I hope you're giving yourself credit for all it is that you do, all it is that you are, and all of the things that you keep showing up for. I hope that this finds you in a place where you can see clearly all it is that you've become through this process of showing up. I'm on day 2 of my period, and I have been feeling the PMS, PMDD symptoms. I've been creating despite everything and creating from a place of joy, but I think this time around I've been questioning my why and my reasoning for why I create this podcast. Why am I doing any of this? I think that's so valid to ask yourself, and it's so important to ask yourself, where did this desire come from? Today's episode is going to be about desire and how some things were never even ours to want. We're sold so many ways of living on social media, of what success looks like, of where you should be, and learning and understanding your reasoning as to why you're doing such things, what motivates you, is so important, because you could be doing all the right things, but if it's not aligned with who you truly are, you're never going to feel settled in that. As I'm sitting here, I'm even questioning, what am I doing with my content, with my output into the world of consumption? How can I be more mindful? I'm definitely feeling the discomfort in this unknown space lately, just with the emotions being heightened from my PMDD. I've definitely wondered and questioned a lot about identity, how I've changed so much since the start of the year. My desires at the beginning of the year are way different than my desires now. Right now, my goals are stability and consistency in income, and this discomfort of not knowing a freelance creative. And as much as I love that part of me and that version of me, I think deep down there's a desire for stability and consistency, and I think when creating content, it's really easy to get lost in what it looks like to other people, how you're perceived. Everybody wants to create content these days. Everybody is doing it, and I think it's awesome that we can broadcast our voices and reach people we wouldn't have necessarily reached just in our everyday lives. This platform is something that has brought me joy in creating. It really is just noticing your own life, where you are right now, staying present and grounded in the moment, connected to all that is that it's around you already. I feel like there's this feeling that you need to hold back and censor yourself, but reality is nobody is going to scrutinize you or assess you as hard as you think they are. And that brings me back to my desire and my why in creating this podcast. It was just to free my voice and practice using my voice, trusting everything I have to say, and letting myself be seen in this way. I feel like in the last 6 months, my life has significantly changed. I was enrolled in my psychology program 6 months ago, and a month prior to that, I was planning on going to Barcelona in the fall for a semester abroad. Then I lost my job. 6 months later, I start creating and I showcase my art. Things start happening that I never thought I would have desired or wanted unless I had put myself in this unknown space of just allowing what's not meant to be here to leave, despite the discomfort that comes with that, to detach from ideas and expectations of what things need to be like and that they need to look a certain way. Really in detaching from, in my spiritual journey, There's been moments where detachment felt like unhealthy, in the sense of I shouldn't want material things. People and places are impermanent, but at a certain point, you are able to connect to your people, to the grand scheme of things, and feel confident in knowing that you need to detach in order to feel like you can handle the waves that life is going to throw at you, because it's not going to stop. The water keeps flowing. And when we can ground and anchor in ourselves, that is where our power lies. I've been questioning identity and desire a bit. I think it's normal to question. I think it's important to ask yourself these things. Your motives, what's driving you right now? What do you hope by doing this action? What will that lead to? The more I introspect and reflect in this season of waiting, I'm just getting deeper in connection with myself and understanding that it would genuinely just bring me joy to help others. And my purpose is to heal and help. And if I can make money from doing that, beautiful. But if I can just have influence in that way, even better. We're not here to pay bills. It's easy to forget that, I think. And to forget that is important, that we live for ourselves and live in a way that honors our purpose. It's deep how you speak to yourself, the people you surround yourself with, the environment, everything you consume is energy. And it's important you protect that energy. It's your energy to protect. And it's not that deep in the sense that nobody really knows what they're doing. We're all just trying. So every week when I show up here, I'm proud of myself. I'm happy I get to use my voice in ways that align with me. I get to share that, yeah, life is going to have its ups and downs. That you're never alone in this. We're never alone in this. That even when something feels so hard to hold on our own, we're not on our own. Desires are human nature, and you can control your desires, but it's also important to get to know them. Understand where they come from. Is it even you who wanted to do that thing or buy that item? Or is it because you're sold an idea of what that may bring you and how you may look? Growing up, I always saw social media and loved celebrities, loved all of that. And I think we still do. We feel parasocial relationships to these people. And it's really interesting how our society has evolved in that way and continues to go in that direction. I always desired having a YouTube, doing challenges on YouTube, and just playing and being seen in that way. And I think with showing up, I honor that inner child, that part of self that didn't have the tools necessary or the understanding to which I now have of myself through healing and really listening when times are quiet and tuning in. This episode is going to be short, but it is something I'm sitting with as well. And I challenge you to ask yourself, what is it you desire right now? Why do you desire it? Where do you think it came from? And does it align with the person you want to become? Sit with that. Reflect on it, as I will. I'm not claiming to know everything, but this is the process of getting to know yourself. Now, as I mentioned, I'm day 2 of my period. Definitely feeling all of it. Sitting in it. Trusting it's gonna pass. And knowing that I'm capable of holding the discomfort that comes along with this time of month. I am gonna end the podcast here. Thank you so much for listening today. I know it was a shorter episode. Sometimes these conversations are important to have with ourselves before we can go deeper. My name is Melina Mala, and I am your host, and this is The Becoming. I am here every Tuesday. Take care of yourself and water yourself. Bye for now.